Welcome to the Lippert Technical Institute. I'm Charlie and I'll be your technical instructor. Today we'll be replacing an old Suburban forced air RV furnace and replacing it with the Furrion RV gas furnace. So your first step in replacing a furnace is always to assess what type of install you have. In this small toy hauler, we have a furnace installed below the oven. It's accessible from inside the coach. So let's go inside and take a look. I found the return air vent underneath the oven, so let's remove that and take a look inside at the furnace itself. Looking at the current install, we can see that we have a small platform underneath the furnace that the furnace itself is fastened to. And we can also see flexible duct hosing that goes to the underbelly and supplies the vents with that forced air. And another thing that I noticed here is that the gas line is fed all the way up to the front of the furnace here. So the only thing missing is I don't know what BTU level this is, and it's inside here. So let's go ahead and remove the furnace so we can get that information and make a good recommendation. Removing the vent cap is a simple process. We just need to cut away some of this caulk around the vent cap and then remove those 6 screws. Our first step inside here is to remove this gas line. Now this has a fitting on it, so I'll remove the gas line first and then we'll take that fitting off. Next we'll remove this front plate so we can access the inside of the furnace. Next step is to take these 2 screws out to loosen up the furnace so we can access the ductwork. So the manufacturer has screwed the ductwork to the furnace itself, so let's go ahead and remove those screws.
Disconnect the wiring from the furnace by removing the connectors or by cutting the wires using wire cutters.
So we've established that we have a 30,000 BTU furnace that was installed in the RV, but before we just swap it like for like, let's take a look at our equation for furnace replacement and measure the RV and make sure that we recommend the right one. So we have about a 21-foot RV here. So we're going to utilize the RV equation for BTU measurement. And that is, this RV has no slide outs. It's 8 foot wide. So we're going to take the length times 1,000, and that's going to give us roughly our BTU level that we're going to recommend. So it's about 21 feet long. So 21 times 1,000 is your 21,000. So we're going to go ahead and recommend the 20,000 BTU furnace. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to remove this fitting on the old furnace and then reinstall it on the new 20,000 BTU furnace.
Use thread sealant tape on the gas fitting, wrapping the threads on the furnace side only.
To finish up the furnace preparation for installation, we need to remove the knockout plates that are associated where the flexible hosing is. So if you look at the furnace, we have 2 on this side and 2 on this side. We're going to remove these 2 and this right here.
Gently tap the welds that are holding the knockout plates in place until it is free from the furnace housing.
Before we install these flexible hoses, there's a few holes and some gouges that I want to clean up before we attach those. The metal tape just gives it a little bit more structure for those clamps to clamp down on the adapters.
Add adjustable hose clamps to the ducting, then attach the duct adapter to the ducting. Next, tighten the adjustable hose clamps to secure the duct adapters to the round ducting. Prepare the wiring for installation by stripping the insulation off the wire ends. Use Wago connectors or equivalent wire connections to connect wiring. Insert the new furnace into the opening. The furnace has 4 wires that need to be connected. The red and black wires are the electrical wires. The red wire is the positive, and the black wire is the negative. The 2 blue wires are non-polarity. They connect to the thermostat. When the wires are properly connected, it is good practice to neatly zip tie the wires so they are out of the way. Connect the remaining flexible ducts to the furnace opening.
See that little tab? Big tab, small tab. You slide that big tab inside there and then push down on it until it seats, and then you spin that little tab until it gets in that area, that little cutout, and then you twist it and it seats.
Make sure that the intake and exhaust pipes are at the farthest point with 0 to 2 inches outside the skin of the RV. Mark the platform where the furnace is sitting. This will indicate that the intake and exhaust pipes are properly seated. Secure the furnace to the platform by installing the 2 screws.
Secure the gas line to the fitting with a 3/4 inch open-end wrench. Reconnect the electric power to the RV and turn on your gas valves. To verify that your gas fitting and your gas hose isn't leaking, go ahead and spray a little soapy water on there and see if there's any bubbles. If there's no bubbles, you're good to go. Now you can secure the faceplate with 2 screws. And finally, attach the return air vent with the 4 screws provided. To operate your furnace will depend on which thermostat you've integrated into. So for this specific installation, we have integrated into our Furrion air conditioner. So same thing, turn the power on, change the thermostat to a higher temperature, and the furnace will kick on. But in this specific installation, we've integrated into our Furrion air conditioning unit. So this thermostat is operating both the furnace and the air conditioner. So to turn it on, you just press power until it turns on, and then you change the mode until it says heat. There, right there. And you can hear the furnace kick on. Now you can manipulate the temperature with these up and down arrows here to whatever you're looking for heat in your unit. Next, apply butyl tape to the back of the vent cap, making sure you apply it all the way around in a figure-8 configuration. Install intake adapter to intake pipe, seating it to the outside of the RV. Then install the vent cap with the exhaust pipe, sliding the exhaust pipe over the furnace pipe until the vent cap is tight to the RV. Now go ahead and insert the 6 provided screws and secure the vent cap in place. Now go ahead and caulk all the way around the vent cap.